Today we got the epic conclusion with Daredevil by Michael Bendis, Omnibus Volume 2. It has a 656 page count and the cover price of $100. Let's get into this Omnibus review. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications so you get all notifications for our upcoming videos. Get yourself entered in the giveaway. Today we got Daredevil by Michael Bendis, Omnibus Volume 2. Of course, more great artwork on the dust jacket from Alex Maleev. Taking it off here, we'll look at the inside of the dust jacket. On the left-hand side, you got what built up to what's in this volume. And on the right-hand side, a little bit about the creators. You get another wraparound cover with Alex Maleev. You get this beautiful, beautiful artwork, man. Love me a wraparound cover. You got Black Widow and Matt Murdock putting it to your boy Jigsaw. So fantastic cover there. Now let's take a look at the binding real quick. Again, it is sewn binding, and you got a little eye there, man, and it stretches so well. There's very little gutter loss. Both of these books are just fantastically made. They're both the second printing, and man, this is just beautiful. And this volume is fantastic. It wraps up all the craziness. This honestly might be my favorite volume. So you get the creators here with Michael Bendis, obviously the writer. Then you get artists Alex Maleev, Matt Hollingsworth, Dan Brown, Dave Stewart, Michael Clark, Bill Sienkiewicz. You get the Daredevil 65 40th Anniversary Super Special, Michael Golden, Greg Horn, Chris Bachalo, Jay Lee, David Finch, and Alex Maleev, of course. And then, of course, you get what's collected in the book, which this volume does collect Daredevil 61 through 81, What If Karen Page Had Lived, and Ultimate Marvel Team Up 6 through 8, which Bill Sienkiewicz is on. OG Bill Sienkiewicz, great stuff. Now, of course, just like the first volume, this will mainly focus on, the true identity of Daredevil. Is it Matt Murdock? It'll heavily focus on that, but it also starts out here with Black Widow on the run after an incident happens in Bulgaria, and, Nick Fury lets her know, you gotta find somewhere to hide out for a little bit. So, of course, she runs to the ex-boyfriend, Matt Murdock, and she chills at the crib. She doesn't know that he's actually been married, so it's kind of news to her. Matt Murdock trying to be good. He ain't trying to, smash Black Widow, but even though he damn wants to. But he looking at them divorce papers like, damn, should I sign this shit or should I just, which is kind of hilarious. But you get some great stuff with Jigsaw coming up to Matt Murdock's place, man, getting in his face. But Matt Murdock don't take shit from nobody no more, man, because he's the Kingpin now. All these villains, they think that he's him, and they kind of confront him about it. But him, even whether it be him as Daredevil or him as Matt Murdock, he ain't taking shit from nobody. There's a little bit of assassination attempt on Matt Murdock, but of course, he can tell with his senses where somebody's at, so they end up going up to the rooftop where this dude was about to do the hit on him, and he has this device that really fucks with his senses, and it makes him really incapable of doing anything, and he's kind of, defenseless laying there. But luckily Black Widow is there, and she jacks this dude up pretty bad, and he ends up getting taken out by S.H.I.E.L.D. eventually, which God knows what the hell happens to him when he goes off with S.H.I.E.L.D., but some real great stuff, man. Love the interactions and the characters that come into this volume. The Black Widow stuff is definitely really cool. Jigsaw ends up bringing a bunch of, his gangsters up to Matt Murdock's place, and he's kind of in a situation where, he can't really do shit because he can't reveal that he's the Daredevil, so he has to do something that he rarely ever does, and that's call the cops. So he calls the police. Luckily, Black Widow is there to take care of them dudes, so she fucks up a couple of them, but then the cops roll up, man. So it's kind of a cool little thing with this whole run here, the whole Daredevil Matt Murdock thing, which of course eventually evolves throughout the story, but it's just great. He ends up actually doing what Mila Donovan wants, her wishes. She wants to divorce Matt Murdock, as they had gotten married, so he ends up giving her the papers. And man, he's obviously heartbroken by this because he really loves that blind woman. They definitely share the connection with the blindness and all that, and he's just a sap, man. That damn Matt Murdock. Then it leads into the Daredevil 65 here, which is the 40th Anniversary Super Special, which it's okay, man. You know, there's a bunch of different artists that work on it, so every couple pages is somebody else. You got Chris Bachalo in here, and then you get the Michael Golden, Greg Horn, David Finch does some stuff here. You know, the artwork is kind of really good in it, but the story really is kind of just whatever throughout it. As you know from the channel, if you watch so far, you know I'm not a big fan of like annuals and things of that nature. It's rare that I like them, but so then it moves on to this great storyline here, which I fucking love this artwork, man. I would love to have some Daredevil stuff just done with this old school style. There's just the great colors, the yellows and the red. He's got the OG suit on, but this all starts out here with this Alexander Bont, who's actually like, he was the Kingpin in Hell's Kitchen before Wilson Fisk was, and he ends up getting locked up, and it has a little bit of back and forth with the storyline here, so there's a bit of time jumping throughout this, but he's going to be getting out of prison, is basically what's going on, and you know, he wants to have vengeance on Daredevil. I love this stuff here with the Gladiator, man, just really cool. Like, I would love just like a new current run to just have that straight up artwork. I mean, it's just absolutely phenomenal looking. I love the aged look of it. It kind of reminds me of the X-Men Grand Design stuff. Like, just really cool. I really enjoy that. Then you get the White Tiger there with Doc Ock, cool little battle. But man, great stuff here. You know, in the midst of the storyline here with Alexander Bont getting his revenge on Daredevil, you find out that the FBI officer that's been investigating Daredevil, Del Toro, she actually is like related to the White Tiger, and she has the White Tiger pendant, and Daredevil's actually like teaching her like how to use these powers related to the pendant and stuff, which is pretty cool. But you know, the old man Alexander Bont, he can't handle the mutant growth hormone, and he ends up dying because I think the dude's like 93 or something like that. But really, they're trying to, you know, reveal again who Daredevil actually is, Matt Murdock, and you know, they are unable to do that at this time. Then it goes on to this Decalogue, parts 1 through 5, which is absolutely fucking phenomenal, man. I'm a huge fan of this little bit of this book here. Probably my favorite part of the whole entire book. It gives me heavy X-Files vibes, which I thought was cool. It completely reminds me of just an X-Files episode, which I've always been a huge fan of that show. So I love getting that vibes from this here. So you get a group of people meeting at this church. It's the Devil Among Us support group for people of Hell's Kitchen to discuss Daredevil and his effects on their daily life. So it's a bunch of these people that had situations happen with Daredevil. The first story is about this woman that's involved with this drug dealer or whatever. Somebody in organized crime, this dude the Bullet. And Daredevil ends up like getting her out of that lifestyle of drugs and crime, and he even tells her that wearing the costume is a symbol, that it means nothing, which is, you know, as you go through these books, it's a common theme throughout all of them. So you get the that story, then you get a dude with a Dom the Bomb's kid, you get that little storyline in the second part, and then it leads on to this woman talking about her daughter that had cut her eyes out and killed herself after witnessing something just truly gruesome. You also get a story of this woman, her boyfriend, talking to this weird little demon baby, and that's where it all comes about. Like, it gets involved with the dark arts, and the Jester has like this demon baby inside of him. He throws up the demon baby, and that's what that woman saw that made her kill herself. And the last thing before she died was draw a picture of this weird demon baby. It's some straight up X-Files shit. I mean, the demon baby looks like Leonard the parasitic twin from the X-Files episode Humbug, which is an absolute classic. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. But during this whole meeting here, there is a dude there who's kind of like being nefarious about in the group. And then also, just straight up Matt Murdock is there on some straight up like Mulder shit. He'd be sitting in this damn group trying to catch this fucking dude that's infected with this creature. It's just some straight up X-Files shit. But yo, I loved it. Great storyline, great art. It also broke up the main plot, which is refreshing when you're reading something like this, just to get something different in the middle of it. But then it moves on to like the final plot of this run. So you're going to get the investigative reporter Ben Urich. He's meeting up with Kingpin. Kingpin is going to the federal government saying that he has information on Matt Murdock and Daredevil, his true identity. Turns out that two people possibly know where this information is. The Murdoch papers, I think as he calls it. Bullseye is one of them and Elektra is the other. And then it goes to just like the basic final showdown, where it ends up being that Matt Murdock just reveals himself to the world. And, you know, Matt Murdock will go on trial. He does the court thing. He's locked up, which is crazy. But, you know, in the middle of the courtroom, I like this. There's a little kind of a dream sequence where he kind of escapes. And then he goes to Paris. He kills Bullseye. And then he goes to Japan and meets up with Elektra. But in actuality, he's still in the courtroom. And he's still just being arraigned, basically. Kingpin thinks he got off scot-free. But Of course, you know, he's convicted of some other crimes and stuff like that. But it's a great story, man. I don't think there was a moment throughout this entire run that felt dull. Everything was interesting. The artwork was vibrant and beautiful and just well done. Fit the story so well. Then you get these little short stories basically at the end here. The what if Karen Page had lived, and then you get this the ultimate Marvel team up with Punisher and stuff, which is kind of cool. All done with artwork from Bill Sienkiewicz too. So definitely glad I jumped into this. It sat on the shelf for far too long, but you know, I knew these books were going to be great. I heard the community raving about it, and you know, I had to pick them up and I had to read them finally, and man, I absolutely loved every second of it. In the back you get extras, you get script for issues, you get some unused covers. Love that picture of Kingpin there, he looks awesome. Some Black Widow stuff, some sketches with Daredevil and all that. All around a fantastic run from Bendis here, man. Just top-notch Daredevil, great storytelling. So definitely check this out if you haven't already. Love that OG Daredevil, man. Let me know what you think about this omnibus and the first volume down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, we are giving away Thor by Walter Simonson Omnibus and a mystery slab. All you got to do to get yourself entered in the giveaway is be subscribed to the channel, like and comment on a video where I mentioned this giveaway. When we hit 1,000 subs, I'll use a random comment generator to announce the winner. Good luck!